What's up, everybody? This is Shawn.
Hey, Shawn.
This is KC.
We on vacay mode. What's going on with everybody tonight? Sunday. I know everybody probably chilling, cooking something good. We got a little turkey wings in the oven. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with it yet, but
Smelling good.
we're gonna have some. I don't know. I ain't figure out some sides, but it's sure it's smelling real right now. So what y'all got going tonight? What y'all got cooking?
This is a good Sunday. Anybody in the room right now? But yeah. Hey, everybody. Can everybody hear me clearly? Hey, Michelle. Trying to make sure all our audio is good. I think mine is up.
No.
All right.
Hey Michelle, how's it going tonight? Can you
Okay,
hear us?
good.
Can you
Yes.
hear me good?
She said yes, she can hear. So how's y'all beautiful Sunday going? Football's going on. Sorry about my Dallas folks. They Dallas lost. Um, today we're gonna be chatting about some travel. We try to, we just uploading.
Yeah, we got some things we want to talk about. The Tom Joyner cruise is coming up for next year, 2020.
Yeah, for those that don't know, I mean, Tom Jordan does this every year. Uh, Tom Jordan is a radio host, and we're going to be discussing that trip as well as a few other different travel advice. What's going on, Daniel? Let me see.
Hey Daniel, how's your day going? Welcome. Glad you could join us this evening.
Yeah, we got decided to go live today. Sunday. It's always a wonderful day. It's a 3 day weekend for us, so we off tomorrow.
Yeah.
So want to see you guys and say hey, and we'll be talking about a few little things tonight. Um, we might well, since it's Sunday and around dinner time, what y'all cook for this glorious Sunday.
I know y'all got something smoking out there, something really good.
Oh, it's Monday morning. This is your Monday. Oh, what you mean? This is Monday morning. Oh, it's morning time already for you. Monday.
Oh, where you at, Michelle?
Where you from, Michelle?
Hey, Shawanda, Creative Circle. How you going? Welcome. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I know everybody kind of relaxed a little bit. We were just talking about what we had in the oven for dinner. Um, we got a little turkey wings going. Anybody got some suggestions on what you fix with your turkey wings?
Yeah.
So we were talking about the Tom Joyner cruise. He puts his cruise off every year, once a year annually, and it's to go to a great cause. I know a lot of people be saying like, "Oh my goodness, like Tom Joyner cruises cost so much more than just a regular average cruise." And I mean, well, that's because people don't mind donating a little bit extra because it's for a good cause. On top of the fact, they have tons of celebrities that'll be there. So of course they're gonna charge you just for that within itself. So you never know who you're gonna walk by or see.
I'll be right back.
Hey, chocolate chip, mint mouse. Welcome to
I
the
like that
channel.
name,
What's
chocolate
going
chip mint
on?
mouth.
That sounds like really good, chocolate chip. I like that. We're doing good. We're just relaxing on this Sunday. Casey had to go do something real quick, but he'll be back. We were talking about the Tom Joyner cruise, and just let everybody know a little bit about it. Um, and what it's for. It's for a great cause. They have like 10 celebrities that actually perform, and they're on a cruise with you. So it tends to be a little bit more higher than the average cruise. But I mean, that's just what it is. And um, and so we were just talking a little bit about that. And we just let everybody know, thanks for, welcome, and thanks for joining us this evening. And just what everybody, wanted to, we have tomorrow off. We don't have to go to work tomorrow. So, we're just trying to see what everybody got going today and see what everybody doing.
Are you off this?
So, are you guys off this weekend as well, or do you have to go into work tomorrow? And for some of you, I know it's already Monday, so ain't no telling. But a lot of people, most people don't get, what is it, Columbus Day tomorrow, get it off or whatever like that. So some of us still have to go on into work. I know that kind of sucks, but I will be relaxing tomorrow. Oh, you okay? Oh, you went to a dance last night, chocolate chip. Oh, okay. So you don't have to go to work. That's really good. I know you're glad about that. Shoot, I don't mind staying home. So what did you go as last night? Chocolate chip went. Just telling KC. Chocolate chip went to a party last night, and she thumbs up on that. She don't have to go to work tomorrow. That's a vacay mode move right there.
Hope you didn't party.
Oh, okay.
Hope you didn't party too hard. Hey. But hey, while you're out there, you might as well have a good old time. Hope you had hope you had a drink.
um, she did it with she did it for the special people, so that's good to know.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. They had a little. You had a little dance for them.
Yeah, so that's cool. It's always good to do stuff like that and to be a part of it.
Yeah.
She said, "No, you can't drink there." Oh, I definitely understand that. I understand why. KC just climbing around.
Yeah, I know.
But
I used to work for mentally disabled adults for Richmond State School here in Texas, and many other different homes and stuff like that. I was a manager over some homes and stuff like that. So I understand. Nah, you can't wild out like that. Just have a little, a good time. Watching them have fun, dance and stuff like that, with some nice music.
I know. Can you guys believe it's already the end of the year? I'm like, man, we in October. After that, it's all downhill from here. So it's just like I can't believe it. Like it's almost over. 2 more months, and this year is coming to a wrap. And that, I mean, for me, that just means I'm getting a little bit older. So that kind of it's like, ooh, what's going on? These years going faster and faster. Hey, Leslie, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Glad you can join us tonight.
Have anybody ever heard of the Fantastic Voyage cruise that Tom Joyner, the radio host, puts on? He does it every year. This is for he raises money for professional African Americans. He raises money for to send them to college and other minorities as well. This we were going to be talking about this. This cruise because not a lot of not a lot of people know about this cruise, and it's really a good cruise. You know what I'm saying, to consider going on because they have sometimes almost over about 30 to 40 different
A
entertainers.
lot of people,
You
a
know,
lot of entertainers.
especially for a 7 day cruise. I mean,
You
you
can
know,
only imagine that, to have all those celebrities entertain you.
yeah,
So
and
I
you
mean,
rubbing shoulders, what I'm saying, with these celebrities. I think the last one last year, I think it had Tamar from the Braxton family. I'm not sure if the OJ's was there, But there's some old school ones. Earth, Wind, and Fire sometimes goes. I think Babyface was on one of them.
No, ain't nothing like the face.
Yeah,
You
you know.
get down.
So
But I mean, people that have been on there that I do know of, always say how wonderful and what a great time they have, and it's like a show from the time they walk on the boat to the time they get off. So I'm like, man, this is fun. Let's let people know a little bit more about the time during the cruise. It's a fantastic voyage and it's for a great cause. I mean, it sounds like it's just a blast, and just to, I mean, we pay $70, $80 sometimes just to go to see one person in concert. So imagine, because I know on his cruises it'll be like they have like a list of like like 12 people sometimes. So I mean, and these are like 12 well-known celebrities that people want to go pay to see anyways. I mean, they'll be on the cruise with you, probably eating, you know, whatever your favorite snack is, guy's burger, who knows? They be there just hanging out, chilling with everybody else. So I mean, it's a good opportunity to go ahead and go. Hey, El Cooper, welcome to the channel. Glad you could join us this evening. um, okay, Chocolate Chip says she heard of the cruise. I'm glad you heard of the cruise. So you're a little bit more aware of it than others.
yeah, it's a pretty good cruise to go to and go on and stuff like that. Especially if you can't go in 2020, they have one, each year that you can plan and set up to go. But just our recommendations, it's definitely a wonderful cruise to go on and stuff like that. And they have so many things set up aside. I mean, they have tons and tons of entertainment. You
Yeah.
know, what I'm saying for you, everybody on the ship. And mind you, what I'm saying, you're walking next to your famous R&B, what I'm saying, hip hop or a jazz singer on the same cruise. So, and I think Tony Braxton went one time. She was one of the special guests on that cruise and stuff like that. And who else was on there? The Isley Brothers went, Mays, and a lot of old school. I think also too. I heard of who was it? What was that DJ? What's that DJ name? DJ Kid Capri was on there as well.
Oh, okay.
So he had rocked the
Uh,
club.
That's good. We just seen Kid Capri the other day. I don't know if you guys caught a little bit of live on our
Yeah.
Facebook group. We were watching Kid Capri and the SOS band, and he got down. I mean, he really got down. So I can imagine in a smaller group setting, he gonna really be rocking the boat, as they say. He gonna really be rocking the boat. So that's really cool. Um, Chocolate Chip say, what we doing tomorrow? You know what? Since within the last 6, 7 months, it's been so hot out here, and just today's actually been like nice and cool. But the problem with it is now that I want to go outside, my allergies is acting up so bad, and it's just because the weather is changing. But it's nice and cool outside. Tomorrow we probably just want to do a quick little vacay mode getaway. We probably just go for a little drive or cruise somewhere.
Yeah, we might go out to the beach since the weather is good now. I mean,
Mhm.
it's down low at 70 with no humidity, so we were definitely gonna try to probably hit up the coast to check out the beach and stuff like that. That's normally our go-to is going out to the pier. Normally, sometimes we would go out to Austin, Texas to check out what's that place?
Love Austin.
Oh yeah, she love Austin.
I love it. We love the Oasis when we go up there. We definitely got some videos and stuff coming up soon. Excuse me, y'all. Coming up soon that we're gonna definitely be sharing with y'all. Tell y'all these allergies. Y'all think I'm playing? These allergies
I look, it been hot, it been so hot this entire summer. I'm not complaining.
not
Hey,
complaining about the
I'm
weather,
so
but
glad we got down in the 70s because even in the morning it's like between 55 and 65 in the morning. So hey, I'm enjoying this weather. I'm not complaining because this heat when it come back hard, and it's hard to be in this type of weather. Hey, don't forget. Hey, if you guys haven't, please, don't forget the thumbs up. We really appreciate the support and the love for that as well. You
no,
know, But yeah, this weekend we might go out to Galveston Coast. Probably check out Kima Boardwalk. Walk around the boardwalk and stuff like that. I know that, especially because the weather is so nice. There's gonna be a lot of people out, and probably later on in the evening we're probably gonna go to. They have a little jazz band. I mean, a little band, not jazz band. A little band at Swamp Shack. Swamp Shack has some good seafood if you like.
Oh man, they got everything from alligator to crawfish to
Frog
whatever it
legs
is. Oh yeah, frog legs. That frog
to your
leg.
basic shrimp, crab, and it's a seafood place, so it's pretty nice. And it's right. You can sit outdoors and listen to the band, and it's really nice little atmosphere and stuff like that to go hanging out at. Where's everybody from that's in the room? Where you got? Where you're? Where you guys? What city you guys from? Oh,
The
okay.
chocolate chip say that she's making what the gumbo.
Ooh,
She said okra. I don't.
it's okay. I mean, some people
Some
do
people
it.
like it with the okra in it.
Yeah, some people like okra, some people don't. You know what I'm saying? We kind of not a fan of it. I mean, we do it sometimes, but we have a friend that she actually can hook up some bomb gumbo with okra in it. It doesn't have too much of the slimy part of it, but it's pretty cool.
Hey, love Dewana. Welcome to the channel. Glad you're able to join us.
Oh, you from Leslie? You from Leslie, right? You from
Yeah.
California? What part of California?
Hey
We
now.
from California too. We California
And
folks.
lay up in his house.
She crazy. Don't take the get on this.
Whatever. Um,
Yeah. Well, yeah, cause we're from. I'm originally from Los Angeles, and she's from West LA area.
yeah.
So
So hey, we got a Cali in the house. What
you,
part of California are you
let me see your
from?
charger. Is it low?
That's enough for
Okay.
Sorry, y'all. Oh, she's from Stockton, California.
Oh, you up north? Okay. I had a buddy of mine that was from Stockton. They said they have stores out there that have margaritas, daiquiris, or something like that. They have. I saw that out here in Texas too, but I heard they have little daiquiri spots, and where they can go to the store or something
Oh,
like that. I heard about that.
nothing wrong
I
with
mean,
that.
you can let me know if it was true or not, because he originally from L.A., but that's what he said when he was out there.
Out here in Texas, they got a bunch of those daiquiri drive-through places. I had never seen one before until I moved here, and I'm like, they actually can drive through and get liquor. Like I have never seen that before in my life. So that was like really interesting to me, and it was just like the normal thing or the
No,
norm for
sorry about that.
them. And I was just like, wow. But now these places are popping up all over the
Okay,
place.
okay. That's good. That's
Oh,
good to know because I don't know. I'm not from there. I don't know what he was talking about, but he was saying something like that. He went to a liquor store or something. They have a like margarita daiquiri places or something. But oh, okay. No, that's good. Clear that up because. But let me see. What I was gonna say. We was talking about. Oh,
oh, Lassie said that she lived in Louisiana for college, and they're everywhere.
oh yeah. They here too. We got a place called was it Tees or something like that.
Yeah, tease. You got it
Tees,
right.
yeah, it's called Tees. It's pretty cool. I mean, they be having Jello shots, which was cool. I was shocked at that. So, but I don't know if y'all have this, but we have a drive-through. Now, I was kind of shocked at that because California they kind of like strict on liquor. I was surprised Texas real strict on liquor. And they have a drive-through. You can go to the drive-through and get your little drink on. I was like, really? I mean, driving, drinking. But
Well,
anyway.
welcome, D-Lo. Welcome to the channel. Glad you were able to join us tonight. Look like we got a lot of Callie's in the house. He's from LA also, from LA also, and
Oh
love the
yeah.
channel. He just discovered this month. Inland Empire now.
What?
So okay.
You moved out of this. I understand. You might have to move out of L.A. Inland Empire. No, that's a nice area. You know, but yeah, we're in Houston, Texas, a little small town called Missouri City. That's where we reside at and stuff like that. So most of our ports that we've been going out of is Galveston, cruising, but we've been flying, different areas as well. We're not just a cruise China. We just, we just like cruising. Believe that,
We like traveling, cruising, foodie. We do a little bit of everything. Good time, have fun. We try to stay on vacay mode as much as we can. Um, and we
Oh, you know what? You mentioned that your sister was in Victorville. Yeah, my auntie was from Victorville. She had unfortunately passed away this year in what's that? July 10th. She had passed away. She was from Victorville. My cousin currently lives there now in her home. But yeah, that just happened not too long ago. But yeah, I've been to Victorville several different times. I have a couple of friends in Victorville. Besides the family that live up that way.
oh, Leslie B said that her friends are in Humble. Okay, I haven't traveled out to Humble too often, but it's nearby.
Yeah.
And love the Wanda. She said she always cruise out of Florida. Um, Florida's a good spot to cruise out of. And they have so many. What is it? Three ports? Because you got Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and there's one more that you can cruise out of there. So Florida's always a good spot
I
to
think it's
cruise.
Tampa and
Tampa. That's what I couldn't remember
yeah.
just now.
And yeah, I really appreciate the condolences. Yeah, it was an unfortunate situation that happened with my aunt. And she was out there at one of them hospitals anyway. But yeah, it,
Hey, J&N Travels.
what's up,
thanks,
John?
thanks for joining us.
Oh, okay. Just got a notification. Glad you was able to make it in there. Did they have you working hard this weekend, John? 'Cause I know they be having you be working a lot. Hopefully you able to be off tomorrow.
That'll be good.
Are you gonna be on Horizon? Nice. In for out of Florida. That's a nice ship. Horizon. Somebody told me remind. Oh,
Oh, November 30th.
yeah. Horizon is like Carnival Vista. They're
Okay.
the floor plans are similar.
Well, if it's similar to Vista, you'll love it because Vista is a beautiful, beautiful ship with a lot of amenities on there. I mean, they really spruce that baby up. It's really, really nice. Like you'll really like it. And I'm gonna.
Leslie, have you ever been on the Horizon, or this is your first time, or this is you've been on this ship before? Because we I didn't know. I was just aware. I just found out that Vista and Horizon are similar layouts. Hey Nicole, how you doing? Glad to have you in here.
Welcome. Hey,
How was your wonderful Sunday going on? One of my earlier questions was, what y'all eating for? What y'all Sunday dinner looking like? Saying who cooked, who went to somebody's house to go eat. Saying or who eat leftovers, or who over their mama house right now.
we got turkey wings in the oven, so give me some heads up on what to make with these turkey wings.
Oh, first time on the ship? Oh, you're gonna love it. I mean, just to give you a little guide, I'm not sure you might have looked it up already, but I think on the fifth floor is going to be the Havana room. Really nice. A lot of people don't go down there. If you want to go down there and check it out, they also too have a Guy Fieri's, not Guy Fieri. Well, it is Guy Fieri, but it's called Pig and
Oh,
Anchor,
big and
where you get barbecue from and stuff like that. Yeah, the Pig and Anchor on the fifth floor, and they also too have a Cuban band. You know what I'm saying? On the fifth floor. The reason why I'm saying that because the way they designed the ship, they kind of navigated where you guys can move. Move all over the place. Are we talking about? No, we're talking about the Horizon, Nicole. That's the one we're talking about. Um, Yeah, they and upstairs, you got the Guy Fieri, what was it? The Guy Fieri burger, upstairs. The Red Pub, you'll like the
Oh
Red
yeah,
Pub if you
it's
want to
a few on the
grab
fifth
something to drink.
floor. They got the dessert spot up there too. There's a few eateries on the fifth floor. Hey Nicole Keys, welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. Hey Tees down south chick. Welcome to the channel.
Oh, you're gonna love that trip at the Mediterranean one on Royal Caribbean. So that's a huge ship you're actually going on. It carries a lot of people. It's a lot of different activities they have. I think they have the surfboard, the surf wave. I forgot the name of it in the back of the ship. That you guys gonna love to go on. It's gonna be pretty nice. We're fans of Carnival and Royal, so we're not biased in either one. We actually have cruised both ships.
Like them both for different reasonings, you know. So we like both of them.
Yeah, and let me see. I'm not sure what room you're in because some of them. What was it? The atrium. It's kind of different. Is this the first time on a cruise, or you've been on a cruise before? Because the atrium is going to be a lot different if you have been on a cruise. Normally, in the old ships, they would have the elevators, dead center when you get onto the main floor. But this ship, the way they designed it, it was more of the you know the elevators are not noticeable right up front. It's a big giant atrium. You walk in, this kind of changes pictures and stuff like that, and the elevators are to the left and right when you go on there when you head onto the ship. But it's really a huge ship. The what was it the club? I think it's on level four. Level four of the club.
Yeah, I know it's on the same floor with the casino. So yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's level four.
yeah. If you go to today, what was that? The dessert bar? What was that dessert bar?
That's what I was just saying. On the same fifth floor, that's where next where the red red frog pug is at. That they have this bacon donut there. Oh man, I don't even want to get started on that because that's my favorite. Like, definitely go. I know people thinking like, oh man, the cruise ship have lots to eat, but these specialty desserts, I mean, it's to die for. It's really good. Definitely try and go get you something from there. I mean, it's you're gonna be like, I'm gonna be down here every night trying to grab something. It's so good.
Yeah,
Um, um, D'Lo said that they're going on a Mediterranean cruise, Allure of the Sea with Royal Caribbean next summer.
yeah, yeah. That's what I was telling about.
Oh,
Because
that's a nice one.
that ship is one of the newer fleets out. But going over to it was at Barbados, right? It said Barbados. You would
Uh,
leave it out of. Let me see what it was saying.
Barcelona,
Okay.
Spain. Um,
Oh,
so
Barcelona, Spain.
that's
So
nice.
I got a 2 for 1. Y'all can go visit the Barcelona, Spain, as well as they're all the other seven other locations you guys going to.
That's really nice. How many? Okay, I was wondering how many ports they were going to be stopping at.
I think they're normally. I think it's 3 or 4. I think it's probably three, something like that. But that's not including Barcelona.
Have we been on a Carnival Velour? Let me think. We've been on so many.
No, Kevin been on that one. That was the one he went with his wife on the anniversary.
Okay, so I don't. I know we went. I'm not sure if we've been on the Velour
The
or not.
Velour is similar
That's
to the
I can't
Freedom.
remember.
The Freedom
Okay,
it's similar. They're similar in size because they have a sister and something like that. Ships that are similar, and Valor and Freedom have the same layout as well. So on the Valor, I mean, I can pretty much tell you where everything is at. When you go there, it still has the old school setup. There's nothing wrong with the same same similar floor plan as the Freedom. They still have the Guy Fieri where you burger place. They have the Red Pub. They also too have the Blue Iguana where you get Mexican.
Tacos and
Yeah.
all kind of different Mexican food. Um, oh, I was gonna. Oh, welcome J and K Adventures vlog. Thanks for joining. We're doing good. We're just talking to everybody what's going on and what we're cooking. We're baking some turkey wings and can't wait for that to be done. Um, so welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining us. And we were talking about different cruise ships, but the Velour, like Casey was saying, is very similar to the Freedom. I can't remember if we've been on a Velour or not, but I know we've been on a Freedom. I will have to like go back into my into my account and see if we've
With
been on that one
with the
before.
Velour, they do have the clothing store upstairs, the shops as far as if you want to shop there, and they have the souvenir shop as well as if you want to get any liquor. They're all on the same floor. What floor was that? I think that was the fifth floor. I think it's under the casino area.
It's a Wait a minute, for what? For what?
For
Y'all see me looking up, actually trying to think about what the
for
stuff
the
is on.
for the velour, but I mean it's the same as the freedom, same setup. So yeah, it has what's the it has a number of shopping areas. They also too have the souvenir shop. That's always obviously on there. And then certain days they have sales in their clothes, also too on their watches because they have men and women watch day where they have a little discount where the watches are $15. I mean, they really
And they
excellent
have some
watches.
really nice stuff.
Yeah.
Like, wow. And recently I just heard that on, I believe on a carnival ship, how sometimes they'll bring out like different items you can buy for $10 and what have you, but then it'll disappear. And they were going back and forth with it a little bit lately. But now they just have a $10 store. That's just everything in there is $10. So I
They
haven't,
started
huh? Yeah,
it.
they just started that. I haven't seen it yet, and I definitely want to see how it is because I mean, when you're out there for what they're offering you, sometimes it's watch, jewelry, shoes, towels, just certain things. So it'll be real interesting for me to go out there and check it out. And I'll definitely let you guys know about that when I see it.
I haven't cruised NCL in quite a long time. The NCL, the Norwegian Bliss. Because actually, I want to go on Norwegian actually cruise line to go up to Alaska. We was thinking about. Well, I was trying to convince her to go to a 14-day cruise to Alaska because it goes to Vancouver, Seattle, Victoria, and some ports up in Alaska as well. So we was thinking about doing that, but I'm not sure what ships from NCL leave on the was that on the west coast because we're gonna be leaving out of California.
You want to say yes, Alaska? Yes, that's a really fun. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get my stuff together right here. Um, I mean, I definitely want to see, and everybody else talking about this Alaska Gold in a bottle. And I know when my
She gonna
husband
have with
in
me.
laws went, they brought him back a little bottle with some gold in there. I'm like, I need to go get my own gold. Let me go to Alaska and see what's really going out there. But I heard like the ice glaciers and all this stuff is like the most awesomest thing to see. So I definitely, can't wait for us to take that trip.
Yeah, some people. Well, about
I'm sorry. She said her husband don't want to take her.
what? Oh, tell her talk to me. I can probably convince her. Well, it's too cold, or it's too long. I mean, it ain't gonna be no Titanic. Ain't nobody crashing. Everybody gonna be all right. It's gonna be a safe trip. You know. But he have a good time too. They got plenty of things. They also too they have a sports bar. So if some of the guys that want to go in the sports bar, want to go in there, you know. But hold on, guys. I'm trying to get some up. But anyway,
I'm sorry, y'all. My shoulder been like bothering me. So.
she got arthritis.
People say it must be the weather, but this shoulder it hasn't hurt it, so I'm trying to get it together. You put
Oh, right there.
where it's
I'm sorry. The way they got this camera is the way it looks backwards to me. But anyway,
I know you go left, you go right, right is left. So I'm trying to get used to it. Um,
but yeah.
oh, he hates the cold. Oh no, tell him move to Texas. It's so hot. It's so
Uh,
hot out here. He would want to run to Alaska. Believe you me.
well, I mean, the first. Let me see. The first 9 days, he'll be all right. Because it ain't gonna be cold. But once you get into Alaska, I mean, you're indoors, so they're gonna keep you warm. It's only the time. The only time you're gonna be cold is if you go outside of the corridors. To look over the ship. But if he stays inside, he's gonna stay warm. He'll be all good. I mean, I understand. I mean, you don't want to be freezing, but and don't forget you might have to bring that big old jacket if you do come. But he
Hey,
can.
Arcturus, welcome. Thanks for joining the channel. Glad you're able to come over and talk to us tonight. Because it might be, what is it, morning time for you all over there?
Hey, Vicky, glad to have you in here. How's everything going? Pre- Appreciate you coming on over. What I'm saying, glad you were able to trip on and check us out.
Yeah, that's good. Even though you think our Alaska is too cold, but we be getting it a lot. But I mean, you won't be out there in the cold for too long. So I mean, it's just nice trip. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. So now we have a couple of subjects that we're gonna talk about for a minute, and you guys are more than welcome to
Chime on in.
chime on in any questions. The first one that we're gonna be discussing as far as with any travel and stuff like that is what was the first one you had? It was
Um,
what do you think about what do you think that everyone overpacks?
for a trip. So,
You put
and,
both questions.
and well, and how many you guys actually use what is needed? Okay, so when it comes to packing on a trip, I don't know if I consider it overpacking, but I definitely pack everything I think that I may need just in case. So I'm not sure if that's considered overpacking or not, but I'd rather be safe than sorry when it comes to a trip because once you fly out, get on a boat or go where you're gonna go, there's really no turning back. So I definitely maybe sometimes I would say I might overpack a little bit.
You know what?
Not too
I
much,
agree
but
with you with the shoes, Vicky. I have a big issue with that. I have a suitcase specifically for shoes. I mean, I
believe
mean,
you me, he had tons.
well, I mean, look,
Believe you
I
me.
don't know what terrain. I don't know what I'm dealing with. What I'm saying? I had to have stuff for the water. I got to have stuff for walking around, stuff on the ship. Relaxing. My sandals. What I'm saying? My house shoes. I mean, it's a bunch of reasons why I overpack. But I mean, a lot of times people don't know what to bring, so they overpack to be make sure. But a
Hmm.
lot of times you got to make sure that what you pack in, I mean, because you got to remember sometimes you might be flying in, so you got to think about the weight, on the planes and stuff like that. You got to be real careful of that, because if you pack too heavy, mind you, you might buy souvenirs and things like that, and you might want to fly home. What I'm saying? You gotta pay extra just to bring this luggage on.
And it's so easy to do because believe you me, many times I start off with saying to myself that you know what, I'm gonna keep it real simple. I'm not gonna overpack. But then the more you get to thinking, you might need this for this and that for that. And girls, you know how we like to, match it up and stuff like that. So I mean, next thing I look up, I might have a luggage or two extra. That's all I'm saying. That's not too much. Not like I said I had three or four extra. So it's just one of those things. We try to scale it back as much as we can, but At the same time, I want to make sure that I do have everything I need. And how many of it do I actually use? You know what? To be honest, I think I actually use majority of everything I pack. I
Yeah.
get there, I take out everything, get settled in and what have you. And I mean, and if I didn't use it, put it this way, I didn't notice it, but
Yeah.
it was there.
And how I feel about it is the reason why I actually like packing, having the options. We be, you're on vacation. You want to style, you want to dress, you want to look nice. You don't do this very often. So, what I'm saying? You want to dress up. Like, I mean, for me, I normally dress up about 3 or 4 times a day. Because, you got to remember you getting up for breakfast. So you might have a little something comfortable on. But then whatever you have on for breakfast, you might want to change because if you're getting off the ship, what I'm saying, to walk around, do excursions or check out the ports. And then when you're going to get back, you're going to be sweaty. So I'm not going to wear the same shoes. I'm going to be in the sand. So I got to take that off, and get ready for dinner, for later on and stuff like that. So, you want to dress up nice, and then, whatever I'm wearing, I might get something on me, but then I might go back to the room and change for the club. I mean, that's normally my thinking of how, my stages of how I move around the ship and stuff like that. Sometimes if you're on the ship, there are sea days where you're hanging out. I might not dress as much, probably 3 times, scale it back once, you know, can't get too dirty on the ship. But often you're not moving around as much. You might hang out, but you might go swimming. So might have to keep up that many type of wear, clothing to wear. But it just depends on what you do. So and that's why on the 7 day you got to think of that too. What I'm saying, sometimes people be creative. They can wear the same bottom with a different top, and get by with it, stuff like that. But I'm on a cruise. I want to do what I want to do and look, good every chance I get. So, I mean, they always around you taking pictures, so you want to have something on different every single time. So, hey, that's me.
T said that she bring the cases of soda.
Oh
It was
yeah.
too heavy to carry. You know what? I have never taken soda with us, and believe you me, it crossed my mind so many times. But I just keep telling myself, you know what? If I want a soda here or there, I'll just buy one and get one. And I actually enjoy trying sodas from different ports that we go to because, especially like in Belize, their sodas made out of sugar cane instead of like that high fluorescent
High
corn
fructose.
syrup. How do you say it? I don't know how to say it. Some stuff that I can't really read or pronounce. And so is that? I mean, plus I don't really drink soda every day like that. So, but I see a lot of people when we're in line carrying the sodas because maybe it's at the have and they don't want to buy a drink package. But the drink package it's one of those things you can save a couple of bucks and bring your own. But yeah, you do have to carry it
So you
yourself.
like so you like to wear two off. I mean, now you do 2 outfits a day. Yeah, well, I mean that's good. I mean, I'm still working on it. I mean, it's hard trying to figure out what to wear. I always bring extra for some reason because I always feel like if something happens, spill, tear, something, whatever like that, or I mean, you dealing with food, you're dealing with pool and stuff like that, or you just always want to be prepared. So, I can scale it back to three, it just depends, where you going, especially if it's a new location. I've been like Cozumel is mostly always the same locations everybody go to in one of them. So we sometimes get off, sometimes we don't. I mean, it just depends, But what's the next one? What was it? The following we have is was that
A lot of people say about that soda was a hassle. Well, you know what? Maybe I just stick to not taking any with me. I see two or three people talking about
oh
soda
it
being
is?
good
I
for
didn't
you,
know it
and
was a hassle.
probably because you got to check it in line and stuff like that.
Because I never brought it before. onto the ship, but I've seen a lot of people do it.
Any easier method? Yeah, just don't bring it. There's no way, no other easy way to go with it. You have to carry them with you, or you know.
I saw different people. They had a strap down to their little small suitcase that they rolled onto the ship and stuff like that. But if you got wine, I always bring a bottle of wine and then 2 cases of soda. And I'm not gonna drink that much soda. So I don't know. It just depends. If I want to bring that or not. What's the next question you have?
Okay, so you guys, what type of accommodations do you prefer and why? So, when it comes to accommodations, I'm more of a, I want to say luxury hotel. I love to have somewhere that has a little spa there, somewhere that's, all exclusive. You can eat, you can relax, they have all the amenities that I need more so at a luxury hotel. I have never done a bed and breakfast before. So I can
Ha-
speak on a bed and breakfast.
I had a question.
But
Have anybody did an Airbnb before? Because we were looking into that, depending on what location we was going to. I mean, do you guys favor Airbnb, or have you ever tried it? I'm actually trying to figure out. What's up, all things us? Glad to have you up in here in the room. How's everything
hey,
going with you?
y'all.
Was it
One,
appreciate
two,
appreciate
three.
that. Thanks for coming on in.
Yeah, we just talk about different what we prefer when it comes to accommodations when we travel. And have you guys? What about a hostel? Have anybody ever ran a hostel? I hear about it. I know one of my coworkers. She actually ran one when she went to Tahiti, and she said it was like $10 a night. Like she just had her backpack and what have you, and they gave her like a spot. They gave her like a cot in the spot, and that was it. And she said it was a cheap spot to be at, and everything was pretty okay to her. But I don't know. For me, I might feel a little uncomfortable being in a room with a whole bunch of other people, even though we probably there just for vacation or for whatever it is. But like you said, if you want to, definitely if you want to save a buck, from what I understand, those hospitals are just like little beds you can rent, little bunk beds, So I don't know about if I would do that.
Nah, I don't want to stay with nobody else. Nah, I'd rather give my own little spot and rent it out and stuff like that. But
Okay, T said that she actually stayed at an Airbnb in New Orleans, and it was a wonderful and it was very upscale. Okay,
good.
that sounds good.
We got to try it out. I mean, because I've been looking at it. I was really interested in it because I think we're gonna be planning to go to Vegas. I've stayed in the Airbnb before, but it was for my bachelor party. For my wedding. We didn't, so it was cool. But I didn't know the process of it, but
Oh, excuse me.
they actually had a good time. We had a good time. It was a nice little mini mansion that we went to and stuff like that. We had fun the entire time. And it was Vegas, so after you gonna definitely have fun in Vegas. So we went, but yeah, that's cool. I would definitely try it out. We actually want to plan a trip to New Orleans. I heard this they be getting down in New Orleans, and it's funny is I'm right here. I'm not that even far from it. I haven't even been to New Orleans. So we're gonna actually plan it because we were actually trying to plan a cruise out of New Orleans. But if we did, we were probably going to go probably a week earlier to hang out in New Orleans and see what they have. And what was it? What's that little location, Shawn?
Huh?
That New Orleans have. I think it's the four. Well, anyway, it's an area where it's nice little hotels, location that they have.
Um,
Uh, I can't even put my finger on it, but I know the name.
oh my goodness, on top of my tongue.
Right, because we have friends that go all the time, but we just work, had permitted for us to be able to go.
probably can hear it. I know my oven went off, so
Is everything all right?
yeah.
Okay. Shawn over there burning stuff in the kitchen. She ain't burning that. It just smelled good in here. I knew I heard something, but I wasn't. But yeah, but yeah, anybody. Let me see. It says, what type of accommodation do you prefer? When you go out of town, what kind of accommodation do you prefer? So luxury hotels, like you said, bed and breakfast. You said, oh, exactly, the French Quarters. That's the name of it. Well, I don't know. For some reason, I could not get it out. I could not think of that for nothing. A friend of mine, they said they loved it in the French Quarters. I wasn't. I haven't been yet, but we're gonna go because I have a buddy that lives here in Houston that has family that way. So we're actually planning on a trip to get down there. I know. I was hoping it smelled good. I haven't smelled no char on the wings, but it's smelling good. But I'm glad you were able to. I remember you said wings, but I forgot. That's what you was talking about. Yeah, she caught them in time just in case they didn't burn. You know, I uh, oh, just that yeah.
So they ain't burned, they good.
They ain't burnt. They all right. She said. Let me say all things hotels with bread and breakfast and park and stay. I haven't had it's a place called Park and Stay. I've never heard of that one before because the one we stayed in, what's the name of the hotel that we go to normally? Shawn, it's the
Where?
what's it? Durham? Was it?
Oh, Dory Hotel.
Yeah, Dory Hotel. I'm not sure if you've been to Dory Hotel, but
There is one
Dory,
in Galveston.
oh, it's one of Galveston. Dory is a really nice hotel. They actually have breakfast and they have dinner in the same hotel that you stay at, and they have cocktails. You can That's complimentary to every guest in this hotel too. So you get three cocktails every day that you stay there. So I was shocked at that. I was like, okay, I get breakfast, I get dinner, then I get three cocktails a day. Oh, that was a winner right there. So we definitely got a video out that we're gonna be putting out on that hotel, and that was the Dury, yeah, the Dury Hotel. We stayed here in Houston at one, and we went to Austin, Texas, and stayed in one. It was really nice.
I'm on my way back.
Okay, John, you said several hotels have package deals that include a night lodge, breakfast, parking, and shuttle support. Yes, they do. Yeah, especially here out in Galveston, they have the majority of the hotels that actually are on the strip in Galveston Port provide shuttles and parking for you for free. Well, if you stay there at the hotel and stuff like that, they also too. But they also do have Galveston parking in their what's it called? GalvestonParking.com
At
or
the
something?
port, Galveston Port.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, I'm back. The wings, scrumptious. They need a little bit more time on it, but I like
Oh, they were
to.
cooked.
Yeah, they're cooking pretty good, but y'all can hear the oven beeping. I said, oh man, let me jump up and go check these wings real quick. So can't mess up that Sunday meal. Y'all know how
Yes.
everybody feel about that.
They got cocktail hour. Exactly. I was really shocked of that. That was my first time ever going to that hotel for that. I've been to Embassy Suites where they had cocktail hour, but to have cocktail hour and dinner, provided all within your price. I think it wasn't even that much. It was like 110 or something like that.
Yeah, it's
One
average.
120 a day, but it included breakfast, dinner, breakfast, dinner, and cocktail.
Hey y'all, think us. I must have been away when you guys hopped on in. Welcome, glad y'all here tonight. Oh, he agreed with Jason in travels. Yeah, the cocktail hour is really good because you can get pretty much whatever you want at the bar. Who doesn't like a open bar? I mean, with your meal too. I mean, I think it's an awesome, great experience. That's if you don't feel like eating out or making breakfast, that's two meals that you don't have to account for. Y'all know I'm always giving my little budget deals out, and that's just one of them. And on top of the fact, it wasn't like some places offer you food and this and that, and it wasn't like it was just any little raggedy thing they threw up there. So you definitely can check it out. When we put the
Hmm.
video out on it, it was actually pretty decent. It was very decent breakfast and a good dinner. And that cocktail hour just like put it to the top. That prevent us from having to go out to go get something. We were able to just chill at the hotel, go to the spa and jacuzzi, head to cocktail hour and enjoy it. So I mean, it was really good.
Yep, sure was.
Did No, okay, so most people did rentals, not really the Airbnb, but mostly rent homes and stuff like that. Okay, that's pretty good. Vicky, I love a good budget deal myself. I can't lie about that. I try to get any little budgets that I can to, hey, why not? Um, I was gonna say,
Oh, did you want me to move to the next one?
yeah, that's fine.
Sorry about that. I was scanning another one.
Jay and Trail, you tell me don't burn the wings. That's hilarious. They're not burned. They're not burned. Okay, y'all. So I have to ask, what do y'all think is the best way to travel? And what I mean by the best way to travel, I mean, would you rather take a plane, a boat, a train, a bus? What other ways you got? A car, a bicycle. I'm trying to think other ways to travel. A boat. So when it comes to different ways to travel, the best way, honestly, I like a plane. Um, because most of the time when I'm traveling somewhere, I really just want to get to my destination, get where I'm going. About a few years ago, I think back maybe 2000 and maybe 10, me and Casey actually took a train from California to Texas and back, and we had got like a sleep card and all that. And I wasn't really sure what to expect from a train, to be honest. I didn't. You watch movies, people on train, this and that and the other. It's kind of just to check it out. But it was actually really nicer than I was expecting. Like you had tons and tons of scenery and view. I mean, for hours on end. Um, the sleep carts, they're very compact and cozy. I can definitely tell you that. Even though we had like the family size room, it was still like really cozy. But your
Kind of,
your your room came with your three meals you had each day. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner was provided, and also they had room service on the train. It's this little bell they had. You ring it, and the stewardess will come down from where she's at, and come see what you want. You were able to order breakfast for the next day, what have you. So traveling by train was a really good experience. But I think my best way, I think a plane. I really just like the plane. Um, some people say cruising and plane. Yeah, I love to travel by cruises. Of course, that's our one of our biggest things that we do because you can see so many things. You got so many options when you travel by a boat. You see so many different places that I like to check out. Cruises give you it's like an appetizer. It give you different places you can go and travel and see different ports. But then also like if you really like one particular place over the other, you can always just fly in that place and stay there. So I
Excuse me.
really like it that way. Oh, Jane, J&N Travel said that we prefer to drive because there are no restriction on what we can bring with you. Anything you don't want to take on the ship, you can leave in your car.
Smart idea. That's really a good one because
Mhm.
we do the same exact thing. We drive down to the coast. It ain't that far from us, but we were thinking about driving down to New Orleans, which is probably 5 or 6 hours from us. So we were thinking about doing the same exact thing as going out that way, and we always bring our stuff with us.
Yeah, I don't mind J&N Travel. I don't mind driving, but I have a limit. Like I think for me, a good 6 hours is good enough for
If you guys
me.
are new to the room, sorry, I don't mean to just
Oh no, go
interrupt
ahead.
you. Don't forget to thumbs up, please. I really appreciate. We definitely appreciate all you guys' support and love. Um, oh, you go. I'm sorry. Go
Oh
back
no.
to
Oh,
your.
hey, little taste of L&K Catering. Thanks for joining. Welcome. We were talking about the best way to travel, and I was saying that I really like planes. You know, everybody like cars. People like different things. Um, Vicky said it depends on how far away, and that's definitely true.
Right.
Like I know there's only certain place you can get to in a plane or a car or wherever like that. So how far away that kind of just depends also. Um, but I'm not too sure about it. Um, Buses, I'm not a big fan of traveling on a bus, to be honest. I I've never got on a Greyhound before, so I can't really tell you my experience about that. But I have family members. I know my younger brother he had, and he thought it was a terrible time for him. He said he would never do it again. He said it
No.
reminded him of the old Temptation. You remember when Temptation used to go around and sing in different states and mind the old Temptation buses? So I mean I don't know. It's not really my cup of tea.
Greyhound, and I agree with Vicky when she mentioned about the locations. The locations that it depends on how far it is because like from here we drove when we moved here. It took us a good 24 hours to drive through Texas all the way to Houston, and I swear I would never do that again. We did it twice
Oh
moving,
yeah, and that.
and yeah, that drive, I mean, it is too much. I mean, I love the scenery. I'm a driver. I like to drive all over the place, but not that long. That's 24 hours. I mean, the most drive I would do is 6 hours, but not nothing, no more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can go within 12 hours, I'm still cool with that. But that 24-hour drive, I couldn't
That was
handle that.
like long, like my behind was killing me, and it was just the drive. It just, I don't know if it was we were just ready
Hey,
to
Austin
get back
family.
home. Hey, ready, set.
Austin family, glad to have you here. Autism.
Autism family.
I'm sorry.
I know when you have a big family, usually it's cheaper for you to just to drive and go somewhere because um, definitely if you fly somewhere and say it's $200 and you times that by four, then to come back too. So I definitely understand. I'm from a large family myself, and we did mostly driving places. We didn't like fly out too often and go too many
Right.
other means of transportation because driving was the cheapest for us.
Right.
So I could definitely understand that.
You did a Greyhound as a teenager. Well, as kids, you could jump on and go wherever as a teenager and it doesn't bother you, but I would never do that. I couldn't, nope, I couldn't do it.
When we took the train, it was a 36-hour train
Ooh.
ride from California to Texas. And but you know what? It was really good. I guess they do make stops in between at different states. I know El Paso, different states on the way as we went. So I mean, you were able to get off, and explore a little bit, and it was back on and go. But I had a really good time when we took the train. I really did like that. But I mean, 4 hours, I could hop on a plane and be where I need to be anywhere, at least within the U.S., within a couple of hours. So I mean, I'd rather do that.
Yeah, I mean, I had a wonderful time on the train. I think as a family, large family, they have a sleep cart, so you won't have to sit up sleeping. And one thing I did like about the traveling on there, you didn't notice how long you was on there because your food was included. It was kind of like a cruise. It was all inclusive. They you got your drinks. They had a shower on there. They had the restroom and stuff like that. And you were kind of secluded to a certain cart. Where it was just you and your things and stuff like that. Like you had your own room. The only thing was it was bumpy. I could say it was bumpy. If you have a bad back, that's not something that I would recommend. But the view and the beautiful scenery of the country was lovely.
Hmm.
You would definitely love that. I mean, we also too did a wine tasting on there. They had and a few other little things. They also too have the view cart where you can hang out and watch the countryside as well as the city. We went through El Paso. We went to San Antonio, and little small train ports too. So yeah, you guys would definitely love like it if y'all ever take it as far as a family trip. That's one place that y'all might like, but I don't know if y'all want to be confined to a train, for that long. I mean, it's not straight through. They do stop and let you off every so often, but you are really confined to that train. What'd you say? We drove to Florida and Nashville every year. We might have to try a train sometime. You guys would like it. I think you would.
Hmm.
I'm not, how if if your daughter's good with that and it doesn't bother with all the noise and stuff like that, she would really, yeah, I would really like it. It's kind of fun moving around, stuff like that. But I think it's really a cool
Yeah, it's
trip.
it's it's an awesome experience because you get to see what you be like. I didn't know different agriculture or animals. You be like, wait a minute, as far as for different states, what has what. I mean, it was really interesting. And then too the trained workers on there. I guess because they go so much and they see so many different things, they're very educated on each state that you go to. So they're more than willing to tell you, about the state that you're going through it. So I mean, it was really nice time. We had a really good time. What's the longest plane ride you guys ever took?
Yeah, oh,
Mm.
the longest I took was what was it? 8 hours. Um, and it was going to NASA, Bahamas. Because and the only reason why it was that long was because I did do, I think three transfers, and then they had to transfer me onto a smaller plane, which I do not want to do again. you know,
No, you feel
to get
left
over
behind.
to not Nassau but Freeport, Bahamas. That little small tiny plane. And I heard they got a bigger airport now.
And it's crazy because what was this hurricane just went through, kind of pretty much demolished that whole area. So that's just like it's shocking something to
Yeah,
see.
that was our anniversary. That was our second anniversary plan. We were detoured because we wanted to go to
Cuba.
Cuba, but things happened. So we decided to go to the Bahamas, and that hurricane hit it hard. So we ended up going back to Belize. We've been to Belize already, but I mean, we had a wonderful time there. Shawn is from Belize, that's her family culture. So we wanted to go there, and again, it's really nice.
Tour, yeah. It's the time of year, even though it might be sometimes it might be considered off season here. It's not off season there, so it's a good place like to go there and hang.
Yeah. Do you guys, as far as we're gonna open the questions up to you guys. Do you guys have any questions for us? It could be about us asking us questions, or it could be about our travel or trips that we have been on in different locations. Because we've been to many different places. Traveled to NH to New Orleans.
every other year while the kids were growing up. Switched to driving to New York or Boston for cruising the past 5 years. I don't blame you. I would take a cruise over driving back and forth. I mean, you know, definitely back and forth. All things that's asked, when is our next cruise?
Our next cruise is going to be in February. Either the end, we may go on a one earlier than that, around between November and December. Probably around Thanksgiving, we may go on another cruise, but it just depends how things go. But I know the earliest one we have right now is in February. Is it the middle of February, 22nd?
Yeah, it's in the middle of February.
And then within that year, we're going to go on another cruise towards the end of 2020 in November. But that cruise in February is our 10-year anniversary. So we're going to go to Belize and what's it, Mahogany Bay
Yeah.
in Cozumel, Mexico, for our 10-year anniversary.
What's our favorite cruise line? We like Royal Caribbean Carnival the most. We're not biased to either one. We like them for different reasons. Royal Caribbean is a little bit more laid back. With Carnival, I love to, get a little, they have a little more itinerary wise or party wise. So we like them both for different reasons.
Yeah, they're both are good. Carnival is excellent on the party. If you go on a cruise ship with Carnival, um, you always want to find out who is the director. That is who makes or breaks your cruise. Is the cruise director. They have famous cruise directors. Matt is one of the biggest famous cruise directors out there that a lot of people like to follow. He has a own following, of cruisers that follow him because I mean the games that he plays on the ship and the stuff that he does.
He just know how to keep the people
Yeah, he
entertained.
keeps the people entertained. I mean, he literally rocks that boat with all those people on that ship. I mean, it's so much fun. I mean, he hit the news waves. That's how big he was. And I know he had moved to a different ship. I'm not sure what it was, but I'm actually interested in going on a ship that he's actually on. Definitely interested in trying to figure out which one that he's on. But there's another guy somebody mentioned that does it because I could tell the difference because when I was on a cruise ship where the cruise director they were lame. They were literally lame. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they didn't pump the crowd up. He didn't have a follower. He was in the club like, trying to get people involved. I mean, switching up music bad. I mean, mind you, he was supposed to be the club director and he's out there, saying trying to take over DJing at the same time. It's like, if you knew what you were doing, you could actually, people would follow you more. Yes, Matt is the best. Exactly. I have not found nobody by far that can match Matt. I heard they have some other ones, but with him, man, he said you cruise with him on the bridge, yeah, and but he moved to one of their newer ships, so I'm not. I forgot what ship he is. You said Dre. I'm out to Dre E. That's the other one. I need to find out about Dre to see what cruise line that he's on. But don't knock me. A lot of people, what I'm saying, hear us talk about Carnival, but we're just as loyal to Carnival as Royal. Royal, I was on Royal on there first. I did not like Carnival and I was because I was younger, raised at cruising, at age 15. So um, without throughout my years of cruising, it was Royal, and then I went on Norwegian, I went on Disney, and then I kept avoiding going on Carnival. And then we got together, we went, and I mean I had a blast. I mean it was a good time. I couldn't see why everybody was complaining about Carnival. I mean they must have fixed whatever the problem was, but but once I started going on there, because I mean, be honest, I mean not to stereotype anybody. They were just saying it was kind of ghetto. That's what I heard, and so I kind of was like, I don't know, about that. But we went on there. It was far from that. I don't even know why people even said that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a good time. Now, one thing I do notice the difference is how they set up their DJ. Their DJ on Royal actually, to me, from what I saw, is way better than I did
See for
on
Carnival.
Carnival, because Carnival was, I mean, they got music, but I mean, it just was a little bit different.
I
But
think it just depends on who DJing.
yeah,
Thank you, Vicky. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, we got Big Ten. Appreciate the early congratulations. Appreciate it.
yeah, we hit the milestone. Yeah, hey, she stayed with me this long. What I'm saying? I love her to death. That's my girl. We've been together, for a long time. We were best friends first, and it, went over into marriage. So it was cool. Our biggest thing is Super Bowl. That is one of our biggest parties is Super Bowl, because that was one of our things we like to put together is Super Bowls, and we hit it off from then on. I know her brothers from a young age up. She has a huge family. I have two older brothers, but yeah, what I'm saying, it's a huge milestone. A lot of people can't even make it to 1 year, let alone
So you said
10.
one, I'm about to say two. But, I mean, it went by fast. It's like wow, look up in 10 years, it's come and gone.
Yeah,
It's like wow, that's really awesome.
yeah.
Um,
I never thought we would be here in Texas, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest with that. Even in our marriage halt was pretty much the entire time moving to Texas. These whole 9 years, so we got to know each other in a place where it was just me and her, and not knowing that many people here. So it was just, it even bonded our relationship even tighter with, what I'm saying, because we didn't really know nobody, what I'm saying, so we definitely had to depend on each other. We were going to depend on each other anyway, but I'm just saying, it was just, it was cool. But I mean, we are looking forward to it. We would like to go on a all exclusive
resort.
resort. So we're still having that in the makings to try to see what we're gonna do, because our actual anniversary is March 6th, 2020, but we're gonna go
Mm-hmm.
earlier because it just was cruises that wasn't fitting around that time. Either they was on it, off it, around it, and you gotta mind you, around that time here is spring break,
Yeah.
so it's kind of girls going wild on them ships, and I'm like,
Don't want to do that. Not
no,
for
I want to,
definitely not
yeah,
for
we're
a romantic
anniversary,
time. Yeah,
yeah, we're trying
and we
to have a
gonna be in
really,
anniversary mode, So we definitely wanna wanted to pick our what time we went at a good time.
yeah,
Um, oh, T says, please explain the cruise tipping envelope method.
okay. Well, T, where we at? Where you see that?
A little bit higher up.
Oh, T. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, T. We T down South chick. Like that name. That's my southern. We're gonna call you Southern chick. Okay, T. How the tip works, right? This is on South. This is on Carnival. Now, as far as the gratuity, what I'm saying,
Or either
depend.
both ships. They
Yeah,
the tip is
yeah, it's the same. It's
yeah.
as far as as far as paying a gratuity, you can prepay the gratuity is up to you. You know, but if you want to pay it yourself, out of pocket, depending on it, what you can do is at the end of the ship, whatever like that, you can ask them for envelopes, or ask your room stewardess for the envelope. And what we do is we kind of average it as around what, $15, a day. It depends on $15 a day. So the reason why we get three is because we got a room stewardess, and then we have two people serving us at dinner. Like that, and then everybody else we tip individually. Whenever we buy some drinks and alcohol like that. So because our room steward is there fixing our room every single day, we make sure, we calculate that. So you can just put that aside, but it's up to you. That's how we scale it. We scale it by what they actually, said claim they tip them with. But we make sure it's in their physical hands at the end of the cruise line. Some people do it ahead of time. So, and there's a lot of perks to that too, because you might wake up and you might come back to your room. They might put candy or a bottle or extra bottle of water in your room, stuff like that. I mean, they really appreciate you doing that. Even sometimes people give them baskets or gifts in the beginning of their cruise and stuff like that. But as far as the gratuity, what I'm saying, we go about $15 a day. So what's that about? 60, let me say, 60, $75 or something like that. Yeah, for 7 days, 75.
85, somewhere around there. We're
Yeah,
trying to do the math on top of our head right
yeah,
now.
yeah. I mean,
But
and like I said, it just depends. What I'm saying? How you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Because, uh, um, I mean, when I first started, cruising, they were telling us it was $5 a day. You know what I'm saying? So we were doing $5 a day for 7 days, stuff like that. Let me get my
that was some years ago.
yeah. Give me
What you need?
my plug right. The battery about to go out. Sorry to interrupt in the middle of explaining that. Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. Um, so I don't know if you meant like step by step. Like what you definitely gonna want to do is you're gonna go down to guest service. Oh, do I have to tell guest service about the tip? Okay, you're definitely gonna have to go down to guest service and tell them to remove the gratuity off of your bill, and that's so you won't be charged. And once you're down there, that's actually where you get the envelopes from. So you're gonna ask them, can you please take off the gratuities for me? Then you're gonna ask them to give you envelopes. So I always recommend you to take like cash with you because that's what you're gonna be tipping them with. Because they do have ATM, of course, on board, but their fees is very high. You may not want to pay that. So I'll definitely recommend you to have
What's
your
up?
tip
What's
with
up?
you
50 plus,
already.
50
And
plus cruising in the house. Now these some veteran cruisers right here. You know what I'm saying?
hey, 50 plus. Um,
But yeah,
we're going through December. But to what were we calling her, Southern chick?
yeah.
Definitely you wanna get your envelopes and then you just gonna tip them accordingly, to what you feel is fair,
And this is
all the terms and
overall. This is
conditions.
not each person. This is how much. This is the entire amount. So you know what I'm saying. So even though it's about what my calculations are off. Was it 30, 30, 30? Yeah, about 100, something like that. I mean, it just. I mean, I split it amongst the three guys. So say for instance, you give them $30 each. Three people like that, $30 or 35, depending on each person. They can take it out if you want to, but that's what I'm saying. It's optional on how you want to go about doing it because it depends on service. Because I've had bad service, where not never in my room. They always had wonderful service in my room. As far as my waiter, what I'm saying, being late, something happened, food burning. I mean, it's mistakes are mistakes. So they happen stuff like that. But this is only the people that I deal with, what I'm saying, firsthand. The other people that I deal with as far as drinks, or if somebody doing a good job, we
I
tip
mean,
them
because even
accordingly.
when you buy a drink, technically your gratuity, your tip is automatically in there anyway. So if
Yeah.
you're tipping them, if you notice when you look at your receipt, it will say extra tip. So they already getting a tip, but if you want to give them an extra additional tip, you can if you want to. But
Hmm.
overall, they're already being tipped for whatever it is that you purchase on the boat. On the boat, you're gonna definitely already that gratuity price already included in there. So definitely look at your receipt, when you sign it.
Yep.
I don't. Yes, it costs $6. I'm not sure what he's talking
Oh, okay.
about. Oh, okay. 50 plus said they tip their steward room host cash. Yeah, we do the exact same thing. So definitely, that's a good thing. Um,
Right.
L. Cooper said, "Is it better to travel in a tour group or on your own?" Um, for me, we like to venture out sometimes on our own, but when it's a place that we've never been before, I definitely like to go with a tour group because they're able to explain the
Yes.
area. They have the history and the background on it. And it's always good to travel in a group anyway, your first time, at these different ports because anything is about to happen. You just never know sometimes. But I like that they're able to give me all the history on the city or state, the country that we're in. And they're able to answer all our questions and explain a lot of things to us. So you get way more knowledge when you go with a tour group because they're so educated and you know, in that field and what they're showing you and touring you around.
Yeah, with the drinks, that's exactly our motto. That's who we tip. Them are our main people we deal with. As far as $6, yeah, that's why it's good to bring your own cash because they'll charge you.
$6. Ooh, it was nothing the last time I looked. I just
Yeah.
went over there one time to the ATM because I was being curious because I wanted to know um, how much they charge. You know what? I have never noticed a line at the ATM on a boat. Now I understand why.
People way smarter than
six
that.
dollars to get some money out. You better get everything out you need in that. And at one time, if you can, some ATM have limits on it. They will only allow you to get out so much. But if you have to use the ATM for $6 every time you got to use it, I recommend get it out. Whatever it is, the maximum that you can get out, so you won't have to be able to go back there. But I mean, the best thing to do is just prepare early, go to the bank, get some cash, get some change, and you be set and good to go. You won't have to worry about paying that $6 for the ATM. 50 plus, I take it you must have paid that $6 fee before because you knew the answer right off the bat. Oh man, that's really something. I didn't. The price have gone up. I did not know it cost that much. That's crazy. He said, yes, they have. Wow. And I understand sometimes. I mean, we do because sometimes you might be on a budget. You say, "Oh, I'm only gonna take a certain amount," and you might end up spending all the cash that you have. So you may have to go to ATM to grab some extra cash. And I know definitely we feel the safest spot to do that is on the boat, like not
Yeah.
like getting off in somebody's country using ATM card. I remember when we was in Jamaica. We had some friends that took their credit card with them and wanted to use ATM, and it was hard for them to find a machine to
Yeah.
even accept it. So
It wasn't
that's
even
something I
working.
wouldn't even advise you doing if you don't have to do it.
We've never used Priceline. Well, no, we have.
No, not Priceline.
Oh, no Priceline. Which one?
Expedia.
Oh, okay, yeah, Expedia.
Okay. Here, Priceline.
They have
200% best price. Oh,
what?
200%. Okay.
Man, we have to check that
Definitely
out.
got. I'm about to say
Hey,
definitely
I
gonna check
appreciate
that
the
out.
tips. Hey, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Any budget tips you have, please let me know
Yeah.
because I will let everyone else know because I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Oh, and
a really
speaking
good
of the
deal.
cruise port safety, we did make a video about that because there's yeah, it's got to have precaution when you're out there because like I was saying in the video, it's safety reasons. We're actually the foreigners in their country, so what I'm saying, they have their, just like we have thieves, they have thieves too. What I'm saying, and they know the vulnerability that you are, and you want to make sure that you don't bring that much money off your ship because you get robbed, and especially if you go off into excursions, if you did on your if your own booking, not booking with the ship. What I'm saying? That's the whole thing. You want to be careful. Now, I'm not saying I've been on excursions that have nothing to do, with the ship, and we're fine. But it's always a good take a precaution on where you go and who you going with, and who you're around and your surroundings. So it's always
Oh
real
wow.
good to make sure you be careful.
hmm 50 Plus says that the cruise line stop people from using the credit cards to gamble, only cash now. What? Wow. Okay, I did not know that because I know most of the
Cause
time people
they can rack up amount the you know
points, I guess.
no rack up the amount of money, and then at the end of the cruise line they don't have no money to pay them back.
Oh,
I can see why they do that. Cause I mean,
that's
I'd be
oh
like, all right, charge it
wow.
to the car, charge it to the car. You ain't got nothing on there, and then at the end of it, you got this big old bill, you know.
That's crazy. Like I did not know that. That's some good info to know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some people kind of tricky with that. They ain't had no money in the first place. They just go over there and gamble and see if they win. If they broke. They just broke.
50 plus. You cracking me up. On the last cruise, the missus forgot her bank card. LOL. That's how you found out
Ooh.
about that $6 fee. Okay. Understood
Whoa.
now. I understand.
Wow.
That's that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, don't forget to thumbs up the video, and if you haven't. But I ain't gonna stay too much on that. But we really appreciate it if y'all can thumbs up the video. Uh, um, but anyway, yeah, that was interesting right there. I was surprised. Important question for Shawn.
Really? Y'all doing this to me?
Got a
What
yeah,
kind of sauce you put on the
yeah.
wings?
What kind of sauce you got on the wings? Oh,
Well,
did you?
they're turkey wings. So I'm making a roux of gravy out of the turkey juices when it's finished cooking. So it's not no particular sauce. I just got to nicely season everything. That gravy is already it's jamming right now. So I'm just letting you know. I wish I could just bring it out here so you can see it. But no particular sauce, just that turkey gravy. I'm gonna make my own special sauce. How about that?
our new cruise. I mean the newest. I mean the next cruise that we're going on is going to be right now in Stone. It's February, February 22nd, out of Galveston. Going to Belize City. That's our main one. What is the average price for a taxi? It depends on what cruise. Oh, Cozumel. Oh, he said, I got overcharged at Cozumel. Why?
Boat weighs $17.
No, it was $17 one way for
Wow.
two people. No,
You
no,
mean
that's
round trip?
no. It's $8 for
No,
two people.
but he said he got charging Cozumel $17 both ways.
No, they was not supposed to.
Yeah, you definitely got way overcharged, and I don't know how that happened because usually when you go out and in Cozumel, I don't know if you ever pay attention to it, but they have signs up saying how much they have to charge you depending on where you're going.
Right.
So
Because we know we went to Mr. Sancho's. It was what was it, 17 bucks round trip.
mhm.
And that was the first. But when we went to the downtown of Cozumel, it was $8. It wasn't that far,
And
and
thing
it was
about
round trip.
that, what about that is it don't even like if your taxi holds 4 or 5 people, or however much it holds, they don't charge you per person. They charge you per where they're going and coming back.
Yeah.
So
What you might need to do is next time that if you do go to Cozumel, check the sign.
mhm,
You
definitely
probably did, but I'm just saying when you check the sign, make sure that it's
Pacific.
specifically, yeah, tongue twister, says where they're going and how much it is because it depends on what location or how far did you go, but they double charge you and they shouldn't have, or the guy tried to get over you owing you and because you didn't know, what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you want to make sure because what we did was when we went to Mr. Sancho, we asked him all those questions and we made sure we videotaped asking all those questions as well. You know what I'm saying? How do we get back? Do we got to pay more? Do we? He was like, nope. You just get on the vehicle. What happened? We got on the vehicle coming back. Oh, we paid ours, but then it was a lady that didn't pay, and we didn't know who she was. She was trying to share ride with us, and she jumped out the she jumped out the van. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, we just because we all look alike, I mean, we don't. Hey, we ain't together. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who this lady was, but it was me and my wife, and then my wife's coworker and her son, and we we had paid for our crew. I mean, our trip back. So
That was a crazy experience, definitely. Um, oh, T said when I went to Mrs. Sancho's, and me and the other lady had to pay the same price. Hmm. Well, all I can tell you is to check the
how many
time.
people did how many people did you have with you? Because I'm surprised. It was I think we did pay when we got back, but it wasn't. We didn't pay that much. We paid. It was 17 round trip, wasn't it?
I'm trying to remember. It's
Or
been
did we have to
a
pay
while.
when we got?
You know what? We paid to go. We paid when we got back, but it wasn't nothing near $17. I can guarantee
Oh
that.
no, we paid $17 as a group.
Yeah, it was like well, five
It
of us.
was 17
Oh, you,
going and 17 back, but
it was five of us
it
in
was
the
it was
taxi. Was
yeah
it five?
no it's four.
No, four of us in
It
the
was four
taxi.
for four people. Is I think it's the I think was it the minimum what four? I think but two was eight and it was 17 for all of us, all four of
Yeah,
us.
but not
So yeah,
per
yeah, we did
person.
pay 17 going and 17 back, but that was between us both. Like me and her paid 17 and they paid 17 when we got back, but you
Oh
shouldn't have
yeah,
you shouldn't have paid.
I forgot about that. Right, we were with some of our friends, and so we paid 17 one way, and but it was four of us in the taxi, and they paid the other 17. Oh, sorry y'all, sorry with something. They paid the other 17 coming back, but as far as them charging you 17 each, that was
If it was only two of you guys, it shouldn't have been 17. If 17 is for four, the minimum of four. You know what I'm saying? 4 to 6 people for 17 for the group. You know what I'm saying? Because and then because when we went, it wasn't that much. I mean, we know it was 17 going, but it shouldn't have been that much. Because I actually videotaped the price list too on one of the cruises, one of the times we went. But 50 plus said we are going to Belize, Cozumel, and
Mahogany Bay.
Mahogany Bay,
Oh, Costa Maya.
Costa
Okay,
Maya,
I did see that
in
one. Uh
December
huh.
in Orlando, 7 day. Hey, I like because you got an extra trip on for a 7 day. We have a similar trip, but
Without the Costa
what
Maya.
what's out to Costa Maya? We haven't been to Costa Maya yet. We've seen it, but we passed it up a few times as far as
Thought about it, but sometimes the date doesn't fit our schedule. So, um, you know, Jane and Travis said that's a great idea to videotape it because they heard a lot of horror stories on cab rides. Um, hey, better safe than sorry, you know our motto.
right, right. The only reason why is because when you ask the guys in those taxi cabs, they have to stick by what they say. And so, I mean, they may be talking fast sometimes, but most of them speak English very well. And I make sure I give them their name, give me their name, and how much and how it is, how are we gonna get back?
Yeah.
So, I won't get no mix up, no craziness, stuff like that. Now, being in Cozumel is way, way better than being in
Ensenada.
Ensenada, Mexico.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying? Cozumel is kind of like United States, the way they got it set up. You know what I
It's
mean? They
like
have
day
the,
and night almost.
yeah, I mean, it might be like kind of East LA a little bit or something, not being racial. Just saying,
Oh
it's
yeah.
kind of the similar in look as far as style, people, stuff like that. But it's nice in Cozumel. Now over in Baja, Mexico, no, what was it, Baja,
Yeah. Ensenada, Baja,
Ensenada,
Mexico.
Baja, no, it's a little bit different, and you have to be careful over
You have
there.
to really, really be careful over there because they do a lot of pickpocketing, stealing, kids begging for different, money and what have you, but the risk level over there is way steeper
Yes.
than Cozumel.
And the reason why you want to be careful, well, the thing is you
And I'll
don't
be
want to,
right back.
yeah, you don't want to be tipping them kids, or getting, paying for a little gum and stuff like that. Because one thing I was told by the locals that was there, the actual locals said, do not pay or tip or give anything to these families with these little kids selling these gums, saying Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A. And I'm not being funny about that either because that's what they say. The reason why is because these parents take them out of school and actually be sitting out having them out there selling gum to get them money from the American tourists. Instead of having them in school learning the education, they got them out there selling stuff for them, and they be as young as 5, 3, in between 4, 5, and 6, and that's really sad. And we saw that a lot. And they're trying to clean that up, but in Ensenada, Mexico, it's a lot of it. There's tons of it on every corner. It's just like a bum. You see people sitting in the corner with their kids and they push them to you to try to sell gum to you, and they don't even know how to really even speak English, let alone Spanish at the time. And little kids. I mean, they're babies out there, and they're pushing their kids to sell gum to get money from you. So they tell you do not give them money because it makes them force them to have to put them back in school. Because but anyway, that was one of my experiences out there on the West Coast, going cruising out to my Ensenada. Ensenada is a lot different than Cozumel. I really like Cozumel. I was surprised because I had a phobia of the Mexican border trips that I've been out of Los Angeles, and but it's a lot differently because a lot of cruises on that end they were banned at first because of the cartel. So, but they have cleaned it up a lot since then. But it's always good to be cautious, real cautious when you go into these ports because you run into a lot of problems that you don't want to be facing. You want to get home safe and sound. You get back on a ship safe and sound. Don't go off the beaten path because we always say that. Some people like to do that. They want to backpack it. Look, just ain't the time for that. You know what I'm saying? You want to be found. Stay doing the same thing everybody's doing. Stay in the public areas. The places we go, we already triple check. What I'm saying? Before we even make it there, we see all the reviews. Make sure we find out every little thing. If there's any kind of problem, so we're gonna definitely check it out a number of times to make sure that it's a safe location to go. And everywhere we've been so far, it's been okay. Besides Ensenada, Mexico. Ensenada, Mexico. Um, it's I haven't had any danger. I got injured there, and the cruise port was far away. We had to take a shuttle in, and so it was kind of tough. But anyway, that's beside the point. But just be careful. They also too say a few other cruise ports like Bahamas is bad, but I haven't had any experience with that. In the Bahamas as far as Freeport. I've been to Freeport. I actually flew into Freeport, so it was beautiful. The people were beautiful, and the culture and stuff like that. I like nature, natural, not the normal toury locations. I actually like to see, the people, the actual land, what they do. So I always know we go find locals and ask them where do y'all go eat or where do y'all go shop. I don't, I'm not trying to shop in the tourist areas, and for me, it's a lot cheaper that way too. And I'm not looking at it to be in a cheap location, but they kind of it's tourist areas, so they're gonna definitely hike up the prices. So you want to be careful, where you go. Yes, research, research, research. Yep. And you definitely have to be safe. I mean, mind you, you don't know what you're running into, but you want to definitely that should be your number one priority is being safe because you're having a good time. And sometimes when you're having so much of a good time, you forget you're not at home. And sometimes people let their guards down and you want to definitely be careful of that. But I wasn't sure. 50 plus cruising. Have you heard about Tom Joyner? We were talking about it earlier. The Tom Joyner cruise, the Fantastic Voyage. That's been going on. That Tom Joyner normally does every year. He raises through these cruises. He raises a lot of money for was it African American college students and minorities. But this cruise, specifically, says a huge cruise where everybody goes on. They have a huge party and have a lot of entertainers. From Babyface, like I was telling earlier, Tamar. Braxton to the OJs and Isaac Brothers and stuff like that. Excuse me for a minute. Sorry about that. Hold on just a minute. Hey, Ma.
Hey, I just got a message back from Emma. She said it was the brother with the did the taxes, not the brother at her home.
Bro.
Yeah.
Her. Oh, okay. Uh, so Brother Robinson, all right. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
'cause she texted me and said she called me, but I
That
didn't
was the
get
one that did the taxes that
left a
passed away, Sean.
message, and she texted me and told me
Oh,
who
that's
it
what I
was.
thought. You said Robin
Yeah.
Williams.
Yeah.
Hey, Ma, I'll call you back. We busy doing something right now.
Okay.
All right, babe.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. All right.
I was like, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So used to talking to my mom, my wife. I call my mom babe anyway.
It happens. Um, I have to step out real quick, turn the oven off. We're all good and done. What are you guys talking about?
Oh no, we were just talking about. I was I wasn't sure that I was letting it, trying to see if anybody heard about the Tom Joyner cruise, but I was talking to 50 plus about that. Uh, we said ready set. This is let me see.
See where you at. Oh, okay. This was very useful info as we have never been on a cruise. There is a nonprofit called Autism of the Sea. Oh, that teams up with Royal Caribbean. Oh, that's
Oh
good to
really?
know. I had no clue about that. I'm glad you brought
Yeah.
awareness to our channel about that because that's something we would definitely want to plug in. I mean, that's especially something like that for such a wonderful cause. Um, and that's really good to know. I did not know that. I'm definitely
I'm
gonna
about to
have
look
to
that up.
check that out and get more information on it.
Yeah, because I definitely would like to go on that cruise.
Vicky said, "Hi, mom." Oh man.
Yeah, mom's. It was some tragic news. We just found out about yesterday. One of our family friends had passed away. They did our taxes, but they also took his family friend, and we just found that out
They've been doing your
yesterday.
taxes for like forever,
Yeah.
20 odd years.
Anyway, nothing about sadness. Supposed to be happy. You
Sorry,
know.
y'all, my arm is hurting.
Hey, what's up, Jazz? Plus six. Where the six at? Hey, girl, how you doing?
Hey, Jazz. Thanks for welcome. Thanks for joining us. Um, I guess you guys were talking about the Tom Joyner cruise when I stepped out
Yeah,
for a second. It's gonna be really good this year. Thanks, Vicky. Um, she said so sorry.
appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's tough. This year been tough for us. We had too many people passing away. It was just ridiculous.
Autism. Thanks, Ready Set Autism for thumbs up. Appreciate that. If you guys haven't thumbs up, please go ahead and do that. Just go ahead and click on the thumbs up if you're enjoying our live chat so far. Um, and
Yeah, we were.
just
Sorry. Go ahead.
no.
So what we were talking about for those that are new into the room, we were talking about a couple of things about travel. We were talking about a couple of cruises that we were going to go on that we have in store and plan, as well as we were talking about the hotels. What type of ways
A different type of way. What's your preference way that you want to travel
yeah,
or stay at rather?
right,
And for me, I don't know. I'm good with a hotel. You got so many places you can stay at: hotel, a hostel, Airbnb, rentals. Rentals are really nice. Like I think between hotel and rentals are becoming really big on the market these days because people like to be able to feel, even though they're on vacation, but they want to cook themselves sometimes. So they like the rental plus. It allows them to take, especially if they have a big family, to get a place that has a few rooms and they can do accordingly. So rentals are becoming really really big, and I was trying to remember the last time we did like an actual rental. I do now would like to do a little camping trip towards the end of the year.
yeah.
It's gonna, now it's nice and cool and stuff. Um,
Our next trip, I think we're planning is going to Vegas as well. We normally go to LA. We're going to also do next year. We're going to go back to Los Angeles
mhm.
for a jazz concert. There's a jazz concert, JVC concert. It's really reasonable. I think it holds up to like between 25,000 people and beautiful jazz bands coming in. So we want to be doing that. Houston, Texas has one too. It's called Motown. So
Yeah.
at what's it, Herman Park. So that's normally a free concert.
Oh yeah.
And they have some famous.
Yeah, they have where you can get tickets and sit, or you can bring your lawn chair. It's level up, so you can bring your lawn chair and your picnic basket and have a seat on the grass. And I mean, they sing all kind of Motown, Motown songs and
Yeah,
stuff like that. So you might get a little Diana Ross, a little, you know, Michael Jackson, just everybody that was
yeah.
part of that Motown
Somebody was
family.
doing Rick James. I was rolling.
I
He had the
mean,
wig and all.
in Motown is always all the songs that like you may you probably realize how many of those songs you actually know until they actually start playing. You be like, wow, like all these songs. But it's a really good time, something to do and hang out, and it's free. So hey, if you guys are in Houston, it's something that happens annual each year. More like the what is it, kind of like the beginning of summer, but the Jazz Fest in California, which called JVC, tends to happen, I believe, towards
Uh,
the more like the end of what we consider our summer, the end of it. So
in
it's
August.
in August. Okay,
Yeah,
it's a good time, and I know Vegas. They normally have a real huge jazz show that they do annual every year. People really come out for that.
yeah.
So
I had a question for the room. This is for all my content creators. All my content creators, listen up. I had a question for you guys. What was the reason why you guys decided to start your channel, and how long have you been up in operation with the channel? Because I like to ask everybody because we're all content creators. Some of us are not, but I'm just asking, for everybody that's in the room as well as those that are not. What was the reason why you guys decided to start a channel? But
and
yeah,
what challenges that you had along the way? If you've been doing it for a while, I wonder what challenges, like, is it, that you've been having, where it could be, maybe it's just getting in contact, doing a thumbnail, you know, trying to produce videos, what your family think about it? Do they like it? Are you nervous talking on screen? Um,
hmm
how do you feel about doing lives and stuff like that?
yeah, because I know some people they do not like to go live, where some people go live and stuff like that. We just started doing it lately. We're gonna start doing it pretty much every Sunday because it's much more of our laid back and we had a lot of different things that we wanted to present to you guys. And it's better this day because Friday's kind of busy because I'm a caterer. If you guys don't know, I cater food, stuff like that. And also too, it's been kind of difficult to try to do it on Saturdays because we were busy. Would you say 50 plus?
He said, say what we were talking about again because the wife was talking to him.
Oh, what I asked the audience was, what was the reason why you guys decided as a content creator to start a channel up? That was my question across the board to everybody. If you want to or not, you can let us know. But it was just something I wanted to ask. And what kind of snags and road have you ran into since you've been starting, or if you had any? We're talking to everybody as well.
Yeah, if you don't have a channel, or if you don't like, are you planning on doing one, or just it was just a question across the board.
Right. But
Um,
and if you had any issues with coming up with different content and deciding on what you want to do and stuff like that, where did you
like how did you know what subject, where did you want to go with your channel? I should put it that way.
did yours?
I
Yes.
know for a fact,
Yours
huh?
speed up more than mine.
I know for a fact for us, we decided to do, vacay mode because we just love traveling and we love to, share our experiences with others as well as, educate them on the way, as we learn new things
Hmm.
ourselves, see different adventure, different food and stuff we like. So people always ask us about our trip and stuff, and we wanted to be able to, find a new platform just to, let people know, what we're doing, what it's all about, and how much we enjoy traveling. So
Yeah.
for us, it was pretty much an easy one, because we love to travel. So to be on vacay mode all the time, which is great and awesome. I'm sorry, y'all. My allergies is bothering me.
Okay. 50 plus mentioned. He says I have been on YouTube since
2007, and
2007.
never thought about YouTube that much. I was just putting up videos to share with family. Okay, definitely. A lot of people get that response. I mean, all the time. And when we originally thought about it, I mean, I was doing the same. Not more so family and friends. But they always wanted to see when we got back. They wanted to see the videos. And then we had people asking tons of questions on cruises and travel and all that stuff. So we wanted to be able to share with them, so could put their question at ease. Put it that way. So they're able to follow us along and travel and it gives them the opportunity to see places they may want to go to and check it out before that they get there, or so they can see like if it's somewhere they want to do or something they don't. But we love giving advice and tips, because we went through a lot of ups and downs traveling, and we learned a lot of stuff along the way. So we definitely like giving advice and tips.
And John, I see. Yeah, you mentioned about you decided your original purpose was to log history. For your family and stuff like the vacation. For I gotta understand. For your family as well. And but you turn it into a hobby, and which is good. Most of the time, it ends up being that way because when we started out, as far as followers, we had to figure that same way out too, because it's all about the content that
You put it
you're
out.
putting out is what people want to see. So people definitely would like to see your family, see what you do, see your trips, see your road trips, see your cruises, see you going out. People like that. People, and at the same time, I'm not sure if you have any grandkids yet, but they can look at these same videos, later in the future. As far as what grandpa did, what my dad did, or my auntie, or my grandmama did, and it's good. And we think about that too. It's like we all, come up of age and stuff like that. And I would like to show, my nieces and nephews what we have done and stuff like that. So they're like, oh, y'all used to do this. Yeah, we wasn't lame. We did stuff. I don't think we're gonna be lame when we get older. So I think we're gonna be still cruising, but we're gonna be probably a little bit slower, but we're gonna still be trying to have a good time. But he said, I am not work. He said, I am not working and doing nothing. I just
Share my life and meet new people. Well, definitely, cruising is gonna be meeting new people all the time.
hey, I met you through here. We met you through here. So it was good to all meet people. We met tons of people. It's surprisingly how many people we have talked to and enjoyed the camaraderie of friendship among one another, stuff like that. So one thing is we have a good time with you guys. You know, I know the wings are calling you guys, but it's time to grab something to eat and finish off this football game. But we appreciate you guys tuning in, and definitely we're gonna be here every Sunday. So don't forget to come on in. We started a little later than we were supposed to, but we're gonna normally be around between 7:30. But we definitely gonna be trying to be here on every Sunday. And if you're new to our channel, come on over and subscribe. We really appreciate it. But we really appreciate you guys hanging in there with us and coming on through.
Yeah. What else? Oh, Leslie G. Oh, thanks. Um,
Listen, I know they're probably emojis, but I'm sure they didn't even come in. I think that's probably the second time I seen an emoji and stuff like that come through, but for some reason it didn't show up. Did it show up on yours? Emoji?
no, I don't see it, but I just see like the little phone signs.
Is it on? Oh, okay.
Um, no, I didn't come up. She probably. I'm guessing she has an iPhone. Sometimes, depending on what phone you have or use, the emojis will either come up or not. So, but it didn't show up on the screen at all. But I'm sure it's much love, and we appreciate that. Um,
Oh yeah, it didn't come up on there. But anyway, I think it was three hearts. I think it was. I'm just gonna. I was gonna say. But yeah, we're gonna head out of here and grab something to eat. But I know you guys. See, I gotta do it. We got three hearts.
Thanks, Leslie.
We thank you all for the love and and support and hanging in with us. And I got definitely some more videos coming out, especially one for our folks, content creators that are still struggling to try to get viewers as well as
Followers.
I mean followers, and as far as and also too how to create your video to create your content in order for people to start watching, or why you're not growing that well. But we're gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna grab I'm gonna taste test the wings for you guys. It smell good. Somebody need to
Oh.
create smell-o-visions. This aroma right here. Is killing me. But
Don't worry, y'all. Y'all gonna have to give me some ideas to do something scrumptious again for next Sunday.
oh yeah. All right, you guys,
Well, this is Shawn.
and this is KC.
We on vacay mode. See y'all next time.
All right, take care, and don't forget to leave a comment. If you have a thumbs up, go ahead. Bye for now. See you guys
Bye.
later.